Welcome to another Fast Tracks Live. On today's episode, we are going to be taking a look at the new CMECP website. It's a work in progress, but we wanted to do the announcement is one, to give all of our CMECPs time to see what's happening, and two, to let other people know about the CMECP program, which is a trademark program that was designed back in 2017 and 2018. And it's designed to take master electricians or equivalent and take them to the next level. And I'll talk about in this episode why that's important, why electricians need to think about that, why contractors need to think about that. In today's competitive world, there is inherent benefits to properly marketing yourself, as well as establishing out there to folks that your level of knowledge is above your peers. And that's what the CMECP program is all about. As you can see, we have the great swag that, kind of promotes the CMECP program. But at the end of the day, the teeth of a CMECP program is how you leverage it, whether or not you use it for advancement, promotion, whether or not you use it as a stepping stone in your career, whether you're using it for your marketing, which is primarily the biggest benefit of it. How you do it is really up to you. Now, we have our CMECPs that are out there who are our warriors in order to get the message out, to explain the program. I have just recently been selected as the permanent executive director. I was acting for a while. We were searching for an executive director for this program, and we just could not find anybody that could really do the program justice at this time. I'm stepping into those reins. That means over the next year or two, I will be increasing exposure, traveling around the country, doing different events, promoting CMECP and all the benefits of the CMECP program. So with that said, I kind of wanted to just kind of introduce you into what the CMECP program is kind of all about, and talk about some topics like maybe I'm not a master electrician. Maybe I'm an apprentice and maybe I'm a journeyman and I'm studying to be a master, which should always be your goal, by the way. Then we have programs for you as well. Our apprenticeship program that we have, which is, again, purely code. We only deal with code. We don't get into the hands-on stuff. That's stuff that you're learning out in the field. Most of the CMECPs that come to our program are very proficient in the field. So they've already met the hours, the prerequisites for licensing to become a master, passed the test to become a master. So in our scenario, we don't need to rehash that. What we're doing is taking them and elevating it, giving them the mental part, which is the National Electrical Code. So that's what the CMECP program is all about. Okay. So with that said, let's kind of go look at it a little bit, and then I'll explain some things. It's kind of the first look for many of you on our new website. So we'll go look. So this is the new website. As you can see right here, it's the CMECP Central. You've got Become a CMECP. You've got About our Director, which is me. You've got blogs, which will be coming. And then you have your Contact Us page. Now, when you finally become a CMECP or we open it up to registration, then you'll have a login and you'll be able to log in to your course and to your, not course, but your console and everything. And if you are going to be a CMECP candidate, we will be unlocking it so that you can do your program through our portal. And it just makes things a little bit easier for the development process. Now, if we look at the website again, becoming a CMECP is where you actually want to start. But before you do that, you can scroll down and see that we have a place right here where you can actually submit your inquiry. In other words, you want to talk to somebody, you'll either get an email or somebody will call you to kind of say, okay, what is your interest in the program? Are you a master electrician? Which again, the form requires you to put on your master license and what state you are. And then we'll see whether this program is right for you, right? Because again, there is those situations where there are people out there that say, this is not for me. And it may not be for you. If you're not looking for a marketing edge, if you're not looking to increase your knowledge of the NEC to enhance your obvious knowledge of skills because you are already licensed and you've got the prerequisite hours in as a master electrician, If you don't feel you need the enhanced knowledge that a course that's focused only on the NEC can bring, and help elevate your game as a leader, things like that, then this is not the program for you. This is not a money grab. Um, I would venture to say that upwards of 90%, and I haven't looked at the last numbers, 90% of our candidates do not make it. Now, that's not to scare you away from the program. You can ask any of our previous CMECPs. You got a guy named Ron that's going through it right now. You have David. You have a bunch of individuals that are on social media, different locations. Ask them if they have the acronym behind their name, CMECP. Ask them about it. I think what you'll find is they find it very challenging. Now, one of the things that makes it tough is that nothing has any teeth unless you make it tough, unless it means something. So when we designed the CMECP program, it was designed to be, originally you had a year to complete the online portion. Okay, that has since gone away. You have to complete it in 6 months. What is that doing? It's increasing the pressure. It's increasing your focus on time management, right? Code is code, but what we do is we raise the level of acceptance grading, okay? And what we end up doing is putting a time frame on there that you have to finish this material, okay? So that's important that you make sure that you understand that the number one reason that people fail is time management. And as a CMECP, as a leader, we want to work on that time management. So that's really part of the other hidden portion of the CMECP is we're really trying to work on that time management skill, okay? So as you can see here on the website, it kind of gives an understanding of the program. I encourage you to read it. Kind of gives you some information on the marketing advantages, training. And another thing that's important is that I'm a big believer in ongoing training. So with our old website, most of the CMECPs or even candidates did not know that we had other training offerings. Okay, we had business management, leadership skills training. We had a portal with a partnership that allowed you to get access to all of that. And so in the new system that we're putting out for members, and that's why we don't have it open yet so members can log in, is because we're working still on the backbone to bring courses and everything into this one platform and kind of make it all cohesive. But anyway, we have them there, so we're just bringing it. Obviously, we're going to have our courses here. Obviously, all of our Fast Tracks programs are available here as well. Okay, so you can, all of our grounding and bonding, everything else. So again, if you're a student in our Fast Tracks program and you happen to wander onto our CMECP, we have courses here as well that you can take. Obviously, a little bit about me as I'm taking over the role as the permanent executive director, unless some point somebody comes up and takes over that role. But that's where we are right now. Again, we talk about strategies, standing out, marketing advantages, the importance of being a leader. Also, by the way, we have a video right here that I encourage everybody to watch on the cmecp.org website because it kind of goes over all the fundamentals of the program. That's the reason why the program has become really popular. And like I said, not everybody's going to pass, and we do not want everybody. So that brings me to the question that everybody asks about equivalency. So obviously, to get in our program, you have to be a master electrician. But what is the equivalency thing? Well, the equivalency thing is you may be in a state like Ohio that doesn't have master licenses. So they have journeymans, they have apprentices, but then they have electrical contractors. Well, the electrical contractor, if you're in a state where you can legally hold a license as electrical contractor, but they don't have master licenses, then you are equivalent and you would be open to entering the program. Now, it's important that you understand the difference between the equivalency. Let me give you an example in Texas. In Texas, you can be an owner of electrical contracting business, but not be a master electrician as long as you have a master electrician that works for the company. If you're the owner in a state, then that also has as a master license in that state, but you're just the owner, then you don't qualify. Only if you have a master license and you're the owner. But if you're in a state like Ohio again, that does not have a master license, but does have a contractor's license, then you would qualify. So that's the example of equivalent. Now, on our website, very shortly, there's going to be another link on there that's going to talk about the equivalency. And there are other allowances. Well, if you're an electrical engineer who has a significant knowledge in electrical codes in a certain number of years, then that will give you acceptance to be equivalent, things like that. And in the past, we also had a partner kind of an agreement, whereas we would accept the IAEI's master certification. We no longer accept that. But again, it's kind of one of those things where we don't believe that their licensing is equivalent to what it would be to be a master electrician. So we the board is elected not to accept that the IAEI's equivalent to that, because that's just really an inspections certification, right? So anyway, we'll have that up here soon, so don't worry for those that want to look at the equivalents and things like that. As well as we will have something up about our apprentice program. Now, what's the benefit of the apprentice program? Well, it's to make sure that journeyman electricians get their master's license within a year. We're really pushing people to become masters, right? And so the beautiful thing about it is by us pushing it, you also get the CMECP while you're also getting preparation to take your master's exam. So you're basically killing two birds with one stone in that apprenticeship program. Okay. Plus, you get a year to complete the program, whereas a master electrician entering only gets 6 months, because we understand that as an apprentice, as a journeyman who's seeking to be a master, you need a little more time, right? Now, the caveat to the apprentice program is that even though you may go through the program and pass it, you still have to have taken your master's exam and passed it within the 12 months. If you do not, then you do not get elevated to the last two steps of the CMECP program, which is the proctored exam, which is a 100-question exam that's recorded, and you don't get to do the essay part. Okay, so there's still caveats to the apprenticeship program, but it can really reduce a lot of time. And if you're studying to be a master anyway, it kills two birds with one stone. You can work on your certification and you can prepare for your exam. So you get kind of both in one. So that can be a benefit as well. So make sure you watch this video. It's pretty cool. And here we just have a quote from one of our CMECPs. And of course, you have your links down here at the bottom. Okay. Now, if you're ever wondering about me or what my qualifications are, if you ever care, we put some of them up here about Ask the Director. So you just click Ask the Director, and there's this beautiful picture of me, and it kind of goes through some of my certifications, some of my credentials, things like that. We don't want to bore you with all of them, but we'll put a bunch of them down here so you know that you're not just getting just anybody taking over this program, okay? You're not just getting, and it's not me patting myself on the back, please. People over on some of those forums that are holier than thou, this is not what it's about. We're establishing the fact that you don't want to believe in a program that does not have somebody that has experience behind it. And I bring that experience. And so that's all this is doing. Here's a neat timeline that shows you kind of us moving to Texas, what we formed, the corporation, kind of, when we got our trademarks, and all this other stuff as well. Kind of just neat to look at if you want to kind of see a little brief history. Again, some of my certifications from or certificate of appointment to these code making panels. And of course, you have some quick shop buttons as well down here, that type of thing. Now, one of the most important parts of this is if you are interested in reading more about the program, then one of the links that you want to click is right here where it says Become a CMECP. Just click it. Now, here's where you got to take your time and really read it, because this is the application process. Okay? This is going over the application. It's going over the steps, the fees that are associated with it, and they're so reasonably priced for a certification that it's just incredible. If you were to weigh the benefits in the marketing is gold for you to market yourself. I just got a question this morning from somebody on TikTok that says, Paul, what advice can I give for somebody who's electrical contractor that needs to grow their business? Well, marketing, understanding marketing, whether you want to say, electricians say that we're not marketing people. We don't have to worry about marketing. You're wrong. You are always selling yourself. You're selling your business. You're selling you. That's why I always talk about carrying yourself professionally, looking the part when you go to a customer's house. Don't drop F-bombs everywhere. Carry yourself as a professional. You represent the company and you need to represent them in the best light. Because again, word of mouth is great, but if you really impress people, that word of mouth, but if you tick them off or you screw up or you do something that they don't like, they go out of their way to tell everybody, and that ruins the reputation. Okay, so always try to start off on the best foot. A poor impression can be overcome with professionalism as you carry on. But remember, all these things are critically important, in marketing is one of the most critically important things to an electrical contracting business. And now, once you get really established, you start getting a bunch of customers, a bunch of projects going on, then again, it starts to feed itself. But if you're starting out and you want to differentiate yourself, whether you're an electrician master and you want to differentiate yourself to another employer or to a potential customer, if you do it right, the CMECP program can be a wonderful benefit for doing that. Okay. All right. So anyway, read the process. You'll see the grading, what's required of the students. You'll see a detailed explanation of the program, the fees that are associated. The application fee is now $175. That it covers the application review, the background checking, the all the follow-ups. It covers the proctored exam. Recovers everything. The reviewing of the essay. It covers all of those front end and back end costs. You still have to purchase the course. Okay, that's a totally separate purchase. That is the $375. That is your CMECP program. So the application fee, non-refundable. It's entry into the program. It's all the stuff that we have to do on the front end. And then once you get to the course, there you go, and you're into the course. Okay. Now I realize it's probably hard to see on the screen, but there's a lot of details here. It talks about what the passing grade is, what the retest is. It kind of goes to what's your initial cost for the certification. And again, you renew it every 24 months. We have not had a renewal, by the way, since the program started, because I've never initiated that for all of our existing CMECPs. So they've never had to pay a renewal fee. And even though we have it in our policy, I have no plans right now to initiate a renewal fee, but at some point we might. There's a notice here, and then of course, here's your CMEC courses down here. This is the application fee, and this is the CMEC program. You do not buy the CMECP training program until you've done the application, and you've gotten an email from us. We explain it all right here, so make sure you take the time to read all of this, okay? Read it. Don't just jump the gun, all right? So what we'll do is... you'll get your application. So you'll buy the application. You'll provide the information necessary. Then we'll let you know information. We'll tell you to go on and purchase your course. Then we will set up what's called an initial meeting, which is in a meeting where I personally, or Darlene or somebody here, will meet with you online on Zoom, and we will explain the process of the course to the point where you understand 100% what's expected of you. And you will follow it until you get to the point where we move on to the proctored exam and we move on to the essay portion. All right. All of that is covered in detail in our one-on-one interview. And so again, there's nothing that's going to be confusing for you. We make sure you understand the whole process, and we monitor it for that 6-month period. And you have 6 months to complete all the lessons online and do those. And then at the end of the day, once you finish all that successfully, maintaining 80%, then what happens is you will go on to the proctored part. And you have to get an 80% of that as well. And then, of course, the essay part. And once you do that, you're welcome to the CMECP family at that point. Okay? So there's really nothing else that we can look at. I'll take you back to the site, just kind of give you a peruse. Slowly, there will be more stuff added. We have the blogs that are coming. If you want to reach out to us, all you got to do is click the contact button. Click the contact button, and you see our phone number right there. You got our email address. There's our physical location. There's even a map of where we're at. You can send a message to us right here, straight through the system. But if you want information, then just go back to the front page of the website. And what you'll have is you scroll down right here, you have this submittal box right here. And you just put your name, email, phone number, license number in the state that you're a master, and then your state license. Okay. Now, like I said, if you're equivalent and there is no master, then put your state your license number for the state for your contractor's license, and go on and put in your state where this is, and then we'll have a conversation, a dialogue to understand that you're doing it under the equivalency program and things like that. Okay, so pretty straightforward. I just wanted to introduce everybody to the look of the new site. We'd love your feedback. Again, you can use the contact us for feedback. But the CMECP program is something that we've been excited about it from the get-go. It is something that is really tailored to take electricians. I mean, think about it. If you're a master electrician, you might say, dude, I don't need to do anything else. I'm a master. I'm done. I don't need to educate myself. I don't need to do anything else. I get it. There's people out there, that's all they want. That's it. But there is a selected group of, I like to think, of true professionals that really want to enhance their game. They want to know the code better. I mean, think about it. If you look all over social media, everybody's quoting code, or they're not quoting code. They're saying stuff that's incorrect, but they never give a code reference. The difference in a CMECP is that when they are on those social media platforms and they give something, they give code references. Why? Because they understand the importance of quantifying something they say based on the National Electrical Code. Makes sense, right? So that's what we do as a CMECP. I'm immensely proud of all of our CMECPs that are in our program, ones that made it through the program itself and put in the time. It's something to be proud of. And with your help, we can really expand the CMECP program, get more people into it, more people to accept it. But the biggest benefit to you right now as a CMECP is the marketing of it. Putting the logos on your vans, putting the logos on your business cards, using the acronym after your name, not being afraid to let people know you're a CMECP. And if you're a hater out there, don't hate it unless you've tried it, because you have no idea about it. Okay. You've never seen what it's like, you've never been behind the screen, and you've ever seen how it is to work through the program, then all you're doing is running your mouth. You know nothing, okay? So again, that just shows your character if you're critiquing something that you don't know nothing about. I'm just saying. So feel free to check out the trademarks. All you got to do is go to United States Patent and Trademark Office, do a search for CMECP, do a search for the entire phrase, Certified Master Electrical Code Professional. You will see that those are protected marks, and they are issued based on certain classes for electrical education. So hopefully if you have more information about our CMECP program, just go to cmecp.org. If that doesn't answer your questions, then email us and let us know. You can always email me at info at cmecp.org if you'd like, or you can use the contact us button. All right, folks. Hopefully you got something out of it. That's the CMECP program. We're excited about it. If you want to take your game to the next level, inquire about it. I'd love to tell you more about it.